All right, friends, this is for the cost conscious bow hunter. This is a review of the Bear Legend XR. Now, this package, I think if you get it bare bones, it's a $399 bow. But I think if you buy the ready to hunt package, you can still get it for under $500, and that'll come with a different rest, but it'll have a capture style whisker biscuit type rest and a multi-pin trophy ridge sight and a quiver and a trophy ridge stabilizer. So for $500 under dollars, it would be a great little pickup. Now this bow is 32 inches axle to axle. It's a 6 1/4 inch brace height, and it's rated at 320 feet per second. It's a hybrid cam. You can see it's got a rotating module on the top and bottom cams that allow it to be efficient at all draw lengths. So 70 pounds is what this thing's rated at. It took me a little twisting up the cables to get it in spec, and we finally got it to 69.6 pounds. And the draw cycle on this thing was pretty good. I really liked it. It doesn't have a hump and dump. It's a little stiff at the beginning, and it just draws very consistent, and then just hits a back wall. And that's probably the weakness of this bow, is the back wall is pretty spongy on it. But again, it's a bow that you can buy for under $400. So we're going to take it outside. We're going to shoot it. I want to say there is a side note to this, a caveat. You're going to hear a little bit of a buzz from this bow, and I think it's particular to this bow. And it being a loner, I am not going to tear it apart and pull the axles off and check the bearings and all that stuff, because it is not my bow, and I'm not going to do that level of takedown to it. I will let the shop owner do that, but I think it's still a good enough bow that we can actually do a shooting review and get some speeds out of it, and then he can do the tear down later and isolate that noise. I don't think it's something that you're going to see a problem from, if you go to your local pro shop and get one. I don't think it's going to be a repetitive problem. I think it's just isolated to this one, and you can hear it. I'm not quite sure if it's these or if it's something in that cam, but that's generally where that noise is coming from that you're going to hear during the shoot today. So stay tuned. We're going to go outside, and we're going to do a little shooting of the Legend XR. All right, so here we are on the home range. Going to shoot the Legend XR. That's 20 yards. You're going to hear a little bit of a buzz. Again, I don't think this is typical of all of the bows. I just think this particular one may have an issue, and I'm not going to break it down. It's the loner bow. I'll leave that for the hunter to do. Man, I think it zips out there. I've been over it numerous times trying to find what's loose on it, and I can't find it. And here's our 20-yard group. Swing around before I go pick them up. You see the arrows down there on the target. Holds a pretty good group at 20. Probably stop shooting that group now. Got arrows slapping down there. All right, so Bear Legend XR. The arrows were Victory VAP SS's. Those are 470 grain arrows, cut 26.5 inches. Like I said in the intro, I know you hear a little bit of vibration, a little bit of sound coming out of this thing, but I think it's more indicative of this particular bow. And when the shop owner gets it back, he'll be able to isolate it and get rid of that. Other than that, you saw how quick the arrows were coming out of the bow. It's rated at 320 feet per second, and I think it's pretty impressive. It has a front stabilizer hole, has a rear stabilizer hole, so you could really work on the balance. But I think more important for like a new bow hunter or a cost conscious bow hunter, if you wanted to just throw some, if you bought the package and package accessories that come with it, it would serve you well if you were just going to go hunting with it. If you're going to just go have some fun on the archery, on the archery 3D course, it'd serve you well for that too. It's a fun little bow, and you can see from about 15 yards, I stacked arrows up slapping each other. We're going to do another video here in a few minutes where we're going to shoot out to 40 yards, see what kind of group we can get with that. But other than that, it's a good little bow. The post-shot analysis. So the draw, you feel all the way at the very beginning, but it's not a hump and dump. You feel the weight, and then it just drops eventually into the back wall, but it's just pretty linear. It's just stiff, and then it just drops in. Like I said in the intro, this back wall is a little bit spongy, but it holds fine, and it's easy to get on target. Once you turn it loose, you feel just a tiny bit of vibration in the hand, but it is nothing that you couldn't shoot 40 or 50 times and not enjoy it. It's a very easy draw cycle, very easy to shoot, hold on target, and very easy to execute a shot with. As far as technology, this is a probably less than a $400 bow. I think the price tag on it was $399, but or less than $500 if you buy the whole package. So you're not going to get a lot of frills on it. Straight rod, cable guard. You do have the front and rear stabilizer mounts, string dampener, but that's and it does come with these limb dampeners, which I would probably upgrade myself, but if I was going to buy this bow. But overall, it's a quality little product for an entry level bow, for, or for a cost conscious bow hunter. This is a really nice entry level product that Bear's putting out. And I tell you what, if you were just cost conscious and you didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a backup, this would be a good little bow to have, because it's 32 inches. To me, at 5'8", 32 inches is about axle to axle is about where I want to be as far as my most desirable bows. Real easy draw cycle, and it was, like I said, it took a little bit more time to tune than my Elite, my Matthews, but got it to 69.5 pounds, and you saw from the video it's shooting pretty steady at 15, 20 yards. So we're going to back it up to 40, see what we can get out of it. Oh, the perils of shooting groups. Had a knock bust off at 15 yards, so she's shooting pretty consistent. Let's back her up to 40, see what we can get. So let's go check out this group. It's not going to be on target. This sight wasn't sighted in for it. It's a measurement of how precise the system can be. There you go. There's that first one down at the bottom off to the left. You see the fletching came off in flight. Apparently that group was a little bit tighter than I thought it was going to be at 15 yards. But now at 40 yards, there you go. So can this Bear XR be precise? Absolutely. Well, I hope you guys liked the review of the Bear XR. It's a solid little bow. If you're a Bear fan, or you're a cost-conscious bow hunter, or you're just getting started out and you don't want to break the bank on your first bow, solid platform to start with. Like I said, you could buy the entire ready to hunt package for under $500, I think. Don't quote me on that, but if you're interested, as usual, go see Ryan and Cody at Eastern Outfitters. They make all these reviews possible, and they also provide all my archery, all my tuning, and anything that I need help with. Those are the guys I go to, Eastern Outfitters in Richlands, North Carolina. Go see Cody and Ryan. Great guys to work with. And testament to these bows, the Bear bows. So last week we shot a tournament together, and Ryan took the XQ30 that I previously did a review on with a Trophy Ridge Digital Pro sight with the 3-pin version, shot a 200 on a course, and it was not ideal conditions. We started out decent light. It was early in the morning. A couple hours into the course, we hit about the halfway point. Started pouring rain on us. Ryan still had a pretty good shoot considering the conditions, and us trying to rush through the course. Still shoots the 200 with a 30-inch axle-to-axle Bear bow. A lot of people would look down on that. Couldn't think you could do it, but I think he ended up finished second in place in our local shoot. So these Bear products are solid. Don't look down on them. Thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe. You got comments, you want to see something else, let us know. Be glad to do it.